I'm Stephan from Raed. Today I'd like to talk to you about a revolutionary innovation for highline safety. About a month ago, the sport of highlining saw the most disastrous failure of a highline rig we ever experienced. Two highliners fell to the ground because the highline they've been on simultaneously failed. Not only the main line failed on them, but also the backup broke without any significant resistance. After some initial research, the reason for this failure was clear. The webbing they used was way beyond its prime. It was weakened by intense use and heavy exposure to the elements. The rigging team decided to put this webbing up, apparently because someone forgot to tell them that this webbing had been rigged in a permarig for a prolonged period. This lack of information led to a complete failure. This lack of information can kill highliners. If this happened to this experienced rigging team, it might happen to any one of us. At Team Raed, we asked ourselves, why was there no documentation about this overdue webbing? How can this be prevented in the future? We talked to gear safety professionals, to IT nerds, and to our team's athletes to collect their valuable input. Afterwards, we tried many different options for documentation systems. Textile hang tags that you could mark with an edding or a Sharpie. They just tend to bleach over time. Plastic hang tags that you could punch holes in. They are pretty annoying if you try to slide your leash ring across them. Textile bags that you can stuff your labels into. They feel like a full diaper when you step onto them. With physical tags ruled out, we asked ourselves about digital solutions. And we found one that's completely unnoticeable, available for everyone who owns a smartphone, cheap and super easy to use. Welcome to the future of highline safety documentation. Welcome to Raed NFC loops. With a strength retention of up to 100% depending on webbing type, Raed Zoom loops are not only the strongest in the market, from now on they are also a helpful piece in your webbing's lifetime documentation. Simply bring your smartphone close to the Zoom loop and wait for your browser to open the lifetime text pad that belongs to your loop. The pad will show you all necessary information like webbing type, production date, minimum breaking strength, and all manufacturers' recommendations. It will also allow you to enter your own data like days in the outdoors or damage documentation. Feel free to enter whatever you think is necessary. Once you entered the data, it's automatically saved with a timestamp. All save changes of the past can be seen in the pad's timeline. This feature helps a lot if you have your webbing in a permarig and forgot to track your days. Just take a quick glance at your timeline to see when your last data entry happened and enter the days it was used in the outdoors since that day. Easy, right? The timeline is also invaluable for buyers of used gear. If you ever buy a used piece of webbing that comes with a Raed NFC loop, you can see all changes that have ever been done to the pad. A fraudulent deletion of data is impossible. You will always see all necessary data about this particular piece of webbing. Raed NFC loops will be sewn into every single piece of webbing that's suitable for highline use from now on. Track your webbing's use with them. No more excuses. You will recognize Raed NFC loops from the two tiny stitches that we add to the loop. We won't have anything added to these unobtrusive stitches since we know how highly annoying extra labels or anything else can be in a highline rig. That's all I have for you today. If you'd like to learn more about Raed NFC loops, please visit our shop.